What's going on, guys? I'm your boy Sully, and today I'm back for episode 18 of the Real Talk Rants Adrant calendar. If you don't know what this is, as per with every episode, playlist down there, have a look at other episodes you may not have seen, or just catch up on the entire thing, because it'll be something to entertain you for a little bit. But essentially, Real Talk Rants put into smaller episodes and uploaded on a daily basis up until Christmas. But today's episode is something that me and Ryan have really got a lot more into recently. When I say it's not something, it's someone. But we've got a lot more into the stuff he's been releasing recently. He went viral a couple of weeks ago, I think it was, or like a month ago or something like that. And his stuff's making waves in the rap game and in music in general.
Gucci gang, Louis gang, Prada gang, Versace gang.
But it's all, a lot of it's like really entertaining to listen to. So, as you can tell by the title, this episode, this episode's going to be about our boy Joyner Lucas, a rapper from America who's been around for a good few years now, but he's started making waves a lot more recently. He's been around since like 2007, which I didn't even realize. That's nuts. He's been around for 10 years. But, yeah, the shit he's been doing recently is nuts. The first thing he really gained exposure for was the Ross Capicchione video, which Ryan showed me a couple of days ago as of recording this. And, yeah, the dude's fucking dope. The shit he does is incredible. The fact that he doesn't really have to release a whole lot of his own stuff. He can remix other people's beats and do his own thing on them. He even literally says that in a lyric in the Gucci Gang remix. He's like...
So basically they said that he needs a single for them to sign him. And he went, fuck you. I don't need your single. I'll just remix your shit and get big off it.
Wasn't it like Atlantic Records or something? He like went in, or didn't go in to get signed by them. They essentially came up to him and were like, alright, drop a single... Like, if it pops off, we'll sign you. And he was like, I don't need to. I'll remix shit that you lot have done and you lot will still like it. Because they obviously liked him if they're going to go to him to try to sign him. Then the fact that he's able to do shit like this is nuts. Because not many rappers in the game at the moment can. But he does his thing. He has... He released a project, like a mixtape this year that popped off. A lot of the stuff on it is dope. A lot of it's quite hard hitting. I feel like he's very similar to Logic in the sense of what the message he's trying to give out, because he has a song specifically about suicide on his latest mixtape and things, but those two don't get along, which is quite funny. I
read into it some more. It's because Joyner Lucas spoke to Logic about the song he released, and then Logic released 0800.
Yeah. Oh, fair.
Like,
yeah, that makes sense.
Vibe is basically what he said.
Yeah, that makes sense, I guess. Because, they are quite similar songs. Joyner's is a lot heavier, I think.
Joyner is a lot heavier as an artist.
Yeah, true.
Deeper.
And he's trying to focus less on mainstream stuff as well, which is why he's a lot different. He's really sticking to his
pen game is crazy. His flow is ridiculous.
And the way he can dome other artists is nuts. All things considered, let's be honest. Like, because he's done like Face Off or Mask Off remix as well. That's sick. He's done the Gucci Gang remix, which is dope.
The Gucci Gang one's nuts.
It is. It's fucking incredible.
All you new rappers talk about doing drugs. Wonder how you got a name. Taking Molly E Percocets.
And I'm pretty sure he's never done any of that shit.
In the House of Fame. Wonder how long till you pop a vein.
Yeah. Like, he's never done any of that shit. He doesn't rap about taking drugs or anything like that. He doesn't have to. He just pretty much domes people. What he's been doing more recently anyway is just doming other artists, using their beats to do it as well, which makes it so much better to listen to. But yeah, he dropped his first mixtape in like 2011. Like I said, I didn't realise he was around for this long. I just listened to his mixtape like 508, 507, 2209. He got signed by Atlantic, funnily enough. Even though he mocked them in one of the songs. But yeah, that peaked at like 7 on the US Heat charts, which is kind of sick. Because it's his first one, like, fully signed under a, like, mad label as well. But yeah, I really enjoy his shit. I feel like we talk a lot about rappers on this show, but we're both really into that sort of thing, so it makes sense to. But yeah, he went viral again more recently. He had a track called "I'm Not Racist." Again, like I said before, it gets quite political. It's quite relevant to what's going on in America now, specifically more than most places. Basically, what the whole rap is about is how each side of the white and black race culture sees each other in America at the moment. There's he raps from both sides. Essentially, it's two halves of one song. One side is the opinion of a white, like a stereotypical white Trump supporter. He's like a fat redneck who doesn't think he's racist because he knows people who know black people, or like his sister's got a black boyfriend, shit like that. Like stereotypical things that black people say about these sort of white people in America. Okay, Siri, thanks. But yeah, and then he also talks about things from the black perspective of how like they're now being punished more than ever by now giving them Donald Trump to deal with if they weren't dealing with enough shit in America as it was, because we all know Donald Trump's a racist, bigoted cunt, and it's actually really fucking hard hitting. You listen to all the lyrics and you can see everything from both sides. That's the whole point of why he did it. Obviously, I feel like a lot of people when they first listened would have thought a lot worse of it because no one expected the black guy to start piping up in the video and like rapping about the stuff he rapped about. They all thought it was going to be this white dude essentially being racist and claiming not to be racist, because that's the whole point of what's happening in America right now. I feel like a lot of people, after they voted Trump in, claim not to be racist, but it all had that sort of underlying tone to it, knowing what he was like as a person and things he'd come out with and stuff like that. But again, not supposed to be a political episode because it's not that at all. It's about Joyner Lucas and what he does as an artist. But I'm excited to see what else he drops. I know this mixtape came out this year, so I can't see him doing anything for like another 2 years. But with the tracks he drops, and like, he could go on about, like, he could literally rap about anything, and it comes out sick. I haven't listened to a song by Joyner I don't like.
Yeah.
Which is, it's
I
nuts.
haven't found a song that I don't enjoy.
Yeah. Which is hard to do for most artists.
I feel like he's a perfectionist, which is quite cool.
Yeah, that's like the best thing about him, I think.
Well, it's good, but it can be a bad thing. You kind of need to know when to release a song.
Yeah, but he does that with his singles. He doesn't do it with all of his mixtapes have been over like 2-year periods. And then he obviously drops these singles between. Like, I'm Not Racist came out just before, or no, it came out a couple months after.
He's riding the vibe very well.
Oh yeah, yeah. He knows what he's doing, I think. But he's able to do it where he can come across as a perfectionist. Which I think is ideal because not a lot of people in the game currently are. So, yeah, I'm excited to see what else comes out. I'm excited to see where things go after the drop of I'm Not Racist, because I think within like the first few days it hit like a good few million views on YouTube. So a lot of people had seen it. I remember seeing it like a couple of days after it dropped on Facebook, I think it was. And then Ryan showed me him again when he showed me the Gucci Gang remix. And I was like, I've heard this voice before. Like, I know exactly where it was from. And then came across the I'm Not Racist video on YouTube. But yeah, dude's dope. Dude's fire.
Yeah. There's not much you can say, just listen to him. Like, when you listen to him, you'll understand.
Yeah, a lot of our episodes are coming across like this. We're not trying to push an agenda on you guys. We're just talking about shit we enjoy and shit we want to talk about, which is why we always recommend listening to these things, because it's never something we don't want you to be involved in. But yeah, dude's incredible. And like I said, I'm excited to see what happens. I didn't realise he'd been in the game this long. I thought he was kind of new, but that's just because he's riding the current wave he's on so well. Yeah. Pretty much it, I think.
Yeah.
Go.
Tomorrow's episode's a madness. Get ready.
Yeah,
and
it is
New
actually.
Year's Eve, so get lit.
What do you mean? It's Christmas Eve.
Oh, yeah.
You're a week ahead, fam.
I'm retarded.
Yeah, you're a week ahead, fam. First you forget what day Christmas is, and now you're thinking it's like a week ahead. You good, bro?
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Peace on the streets.
You're not bringing it back.
I am!